Okay, hello. Wow, it's a little dark in here. I think I had the brightness down a little bit. Yeah, I think I had the brightness down a little bit. All right, we'll bring the brightness up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, well, hello. We have yet another bunch of CPL games to bring you today. Tonight, we are featuring Big Click Energy and Horse Emoji Tier 3. Lots of exciting games in store, and let us not ado this much further. Let us get into the Starcraft. All right. Cool. Well, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. And welcome back as well if you are tuning in from the stream. Okay. We're getting into the reps. So today this is Big Click Energy versus Horse Emoji Week 4. I want to kick this off with none other than, let me look at the make sure I'm getting the week right. There we go. Okay. So we had one was a walkover. Okay. Okay, so one of the series that was scheduled for this week was a walkover win for Big Click Energy. So we are instead going to go right into a PvP. Nice, Dead is playing Protoss. All right, Dead Infested versus Tech. Here we go. All right, in the top left corner of Invader, it is none other than Dead Infested, playing for Big Click Energy. And in the bottom right are Purple Protoss, playing for Horse Emoji. It is none other than Tech. Should be very exciting to I haven't seen Dead Infested Protoss, but two very, very good players going head to head. And both players are sending like their fifth probe out to scout. Getting in the base really before anything is up. This is great. We have a proxy pylon here for Dead Infested and a pylon in the base for Tech. And we have a proxy gateway right on time. Oh, never mind. It got canceled. Instead, we have a Castile. This is very, very cute. Both players going for the gas steal. Tech's gateway is just slightly faster, so Tech is going to get the Zealot out first. And, let's see. Dead Infested going for a 2 gateway in the base. Tech also going for a 2nd gateway. This is going to be 2-gate Zealot versus 2-gate Zealot, but I think Tech is going to have slightly better production. This pylon. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. How many probes does it take to kill a pylon? Let's see. We're getting more pylons and a 3rd gateway. So we are just going ham on Zealots by the look of it for Dead Infested. Why go 2-gate Zealot when you can go 3-gate Zealot? I don't know if Dead Infested has the economy to be building out of 3 gates, building Zealots out of 3 gates, but I could be wrong. This is definitely the more stable macro of the two. Alright, we have 3 Zealots coming across the map with more Zealots on the way. We have a Photon Cannon at the top of the ramp. This is going to be pretty rough. I think the Teal Protoss is going to have a pretty rough time getting damage done. For one, we have superior numbers, and for another, we have cannons. Cybernetics core coming down for Tech. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're going to try and hit with like maybe 5. And then just keep rallying the rest. Yeah, so we're going to hit with an initial force of 5. And then we're going to keep rallying with everything else. And this is going to be versus like... This is what? 7 Zealots versus what's going to wind up being 8 Zealots. There are some more Zealots being produced in the back, and I guess they're going to come as well, join the fight. But we have a late core, and we have goons already in production. Jasta, thank you for the follow. So now we have goons on the map. Some additional Zealots are reinforcing, but bear in mind we can also fall back to this position here. Which is what we're gonna do. Looks like Dead Infested is kind of thinking this is not a fight that is winnable. Trying to save our Zealots. Going for the faster Nexus of the two. Nice. But well, we're on 3-gate. If we're building goons off a 3-gate, we can even out these numbers in a couple macro cycles. But this is kind of a gambit, I feel like. We'll see how this engagement goes. Zealots are trying to prioritize the goons, keep the threat off of the few goons that we have, which is not a. This is a good tactic for like trying to wait for reinforcements to join. And we've actually leveled out the Dragoon numbers. So this turned out really, really well for Dead Infested. This is now a much more even fight as opposed to the lopsided fight it was initially. Tech, meanwhile, expanding behind this pressure. And looks like we're getting a robo, and let's see, Dead Infested going for a forge, maybe for +1. Yeah, I think the scales have evened out a little bit. I feel like so. Dead Infested does have the better production if he can afford to produce out of it. Sorry, if they can afford to produce out of it. But it looks like we're at a stalemate here. Kind of a bold move that we're. Well, no, we're caught up in macro and workers and production and stuff. So yeah, no, this is actually fine. Tech trying to find refuge in the high ground and withdrawing for now. Dead Infested once again retaking this this natural. It will be. He will be at a. Sorry, they will be at a slight economic disadvantage, but I feel like given the way the game is stabilized, this isn't too bad. This was a great play, just going right into 3-gate right off the bat. Tech is now adding a 3rd gate after getting a Reaver. So, you know, the macro is going to even out for both players, which means that Dead Infested really needs this base and really needs to add a 4th gate if they want to still keep the jump on macro. It looks like if you look at the supply differential, the only real difference is in workers, which means that both players have about the same supply worth of army. But it's worth noting that Dead Infested is basically all goons, and Tech has a Reaver mixed in and a shuttle. So Dead Infested does have the higher goon numbers, and if this gets sniped, this could not turn out well for the Purple Protoss. We'll see how this fight goes, but this is very good positioning here, very hard to attack into. Nice job just kind of poking in and pulling back. We do need to transfer probes, but I like that the goon numbers are just kind of continuing to develop. Finally getting a robo at 11 minutes into the game. But you know, if you have superior upgrades, you can actually, like, if you have a lot of goons and good macro and good upgrades, you could actually still fight Reavers. So Reavers are good, but upgraded ground army is also really good. moving the army into position here. It looks like the Reaver is intended to support the army, which is good. But this is quite the sizable Dragoon force. Okay, support bay and observatory finishing up. We're adding more gates now. If we have a really good economy on 2 base, 6 gates is pretty stable macro. If you have the most perfect ideal economy, you can support 8, but 6 is actually a really good number and a strong number of gateways as well. So I do still like the game for Dead Infested as far as macro goes. We'll see how this fight turns out. Zealots are getting on top of the goons, and it looks like this is not turning out very well for Teal Protoss. I would say that's probably game by the look of it. Yep, GG is called. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was a great first game. Well done. I feel like that game was I feel like Dead Infested kind of sabotaged themselves in a way with just focusing too much on like proxy pylons, proxy gateways, and just the probe game. Although it was very amusing to watch, I do feel like they wound up setting themselves back in terms of their build, because their gateway started later, and it just the macro was solid and the decision making was solid, given that we kind of started out on a deficit, but kind of set ourselves on a deficit as well. So it was an interesting game. On to game 2, we are going to Tempest. In the bottom right, we have our purple Protoss playing for Horse Emoji. It is Tech up 1-0. And our blue Protoss playing for Big Click Energy. It is Dead Infested. Looking to tie the series up 1-1. And so Dead Infested looks like is scouting really early. Tech is just kind of doing a normal 8 pylon and base. So, you know, if you don't see the Protoss pulling a probe and sending it out by 8, it's going to be some sort of in-base play. Tech is at so it looks like Tech is going Nexus first, which is going to be a 12 Nexus here. Looks like Dead Infested is probably doing just your, your normal Zealot first, 13 core, 1 gate Dragoon opening, just kind of like your standard Protoss opening. So the advantage is that Dead Infested is going to get some fighting units on the map a little bit sooner, but Tech is going for is going for a fast expand and looking to secure it with some cannons here. So, like a Zealot and a Dragoon is not going to do much. A proxy pylon in the base from Dead Infested. Did Tech actually see this? Oh, it's caught. We caught doing Protoss things. So we're skipping Zealot, go right into Dragoon range. If Tech builds something like 3 cannons or even 1 cannon, like you can topple this with Dragoons. And okay, we're getting Zealots too. Okay, so we got a Dragoon on the map and a Zealot with a Robo on the way as well. Should be adding another Dragoon here. Oh, we can't because we're blocked. Okay, so we're going to be adding more Dragoons when we're not supply blocked. Could also... Well, no, this is fine. Just going straight into Reaver. Nice. Two cannons here in the purple Protoss. We have also 2 gates and a Robo coming down. So we do need to add a second gate. Otherwise, we're going to be out macroed very quickly. Tech is not someone who lets their macro slip, so we are starting goons again. So I would say probably, and we're getting a pylon for supply. I would say probably the next part of the build is going to be probably a gateway, I would guess. Support bay and shuttle coming down for Tech. Both players going shuttle Reaver. And we've got a Zealot and a Reaver coming across the map here. So it looks like Dead Infested's going to have the Reavers out sooner. This could do some damage. Right here looking at... Oh, man. What? Oh, my gosh. What a scarab. That is like S rank Scarab right there. So nice pro pull. Couldn't really get a good Scarab shot off. So blue is forced to pull back. Definitely need gateways. Ah, there we go. So we have a good defense here. With Reavers, we could defend aggression a lot better. So probably also good. There we go. Good time to also expand. And we have a shuttle coming in here from the north. Pull the probes. No. Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, man. That was what? 8 probes, 9 probes, 10 probes. Okay. 10 probes on the Reaver. This is very strong. 3 Reavers and some goons in the front does make up for the lack of goons for sure. Once we add the second gateway, though, we'll be able to stabilize our economy, I feel like. I mean, sorry, our nexus, not our gateway. Nice. So tech has gone up to 4 gateways. This is the advantage of doing something like a nexus first. If you can get through the vulnerable early game, you can actually just like, I mean, while your opponent is stuck on like. While your opponent is stuck on 2 gates, maybe adding a third, you can go up to 4, and then take your third a lot quicker. So just the macro just goes out of control with Nexus first. Tech once again looking for a fight on the map. Looks like we have Reavers here in the main trying to cause problems. Nice job taking out the cannon. It looks like purple is forced to pull back. Very well fortified though. Maybe trying to see if blue is expanding, at least in this direction. We got a Reaver coming inbound from the north, while the main army is poised to attack the ramp here. Double Reaver coming from the north, so 3 goons are not going to cut it. If we could do a 2-pronged attack while this is going on here, this is going to be brutal. Oh, go for nice job targeting the shuttle. Looks like we're going to pull the main army back a little bit, but man, 2 Reavers against like negligible goons are pretty rough. They are going to finally get picked off. Meanwhile, at the main, we are attempting to break the ramp here. It's not going to happen with 4 Reavers now. And as I alluded to, Tech is in fact taking a third. We should probably see more gateways coming down right now. 6 or maybe even 8 gateways. I would say probably 6. Now, it looks like we're focusing on getting the army position just right for now. A double robo. And finally, we're going up to 6 gateways. And once this base starts mining, you start getting some probes here mining. I imagine we're going to go up to 8. So we should see 8 gateways coming down. A total of 8 gateways coming down soon. Meanwhile, this army, again on the map, trying to look for some damage. We have a slight upgraded, well, not slight. We have an upgrade advantage. Believe it or not, these two extra points of damage in a PvP, they count. Archives coming down as well. Carriers on the way for our blue Protoss. This is if this switch winds up being like kind of a long-term play, this could be pretty good, actually. But if we do want to do long-term carrier play, we need 3rd base at least for sure. 4th base coming down for Tech. And finally, yep, going up to 8 gateways. So with 4 base, we can support up to 16 gateways, especially with this economy. So we could see an explosion of gateways come down here momentarily for purple. Once again, we got a Reaver coming in trying to get some damage done. But if these goons can pick it off, can pick off the shuttle. Doesn't look like that shuttle can find any value on that end of the map. We have a pylon coming down up here, just north of the Blues base. Probably what would be, I would guess, a potential 4th base. What shuttle coming back in for some more? Okay, so it looks like we're going to support the army. So we are up to 2 Stargates with carriers. One more macro cycle and these carriers are going to start to get pretty strong. This is when it comes to carrier play, this is a pretty negligible force. The one thing about carriers though is that I can't tell if we're, well, okay, it looks like we're upgrading air armor now. Okay, the thing with carriers is you always want to upgrade at least air weapons. They are, as good as they are, they're just even better with +1 upgrades. So it looks like we're going +1 air and +1 armor. We got, I think, 2 shuttles worth of Reavers in here, by the look of it. Oh, nice! A Reaver and 2 High Templar and 2 more Reavers. So this is how you kill an economy. Tech getting full vision of all the expansions here. Between pylons and zealots and dragoons, we see everything is purple. But beginning when this next macro cycle finishes, there's not really a lot here. This is probably one of the bigger threats. The storm drop and reaver drop will be a threat for sure, but this is probably the biggest threat, I would say, as far as, you know, what could come in GGS. But yeah, this is pretty big too. This is not very much though. Like 5-7 carriers could totally take this. We have a third shuttle in here with, what does it have in it? 2 Reavers, Reaver High Templar. Is this like 5 Reavers and 2 High Templar? That's a lot, man. That is like thousands of minerals. Be ashamed to see it all blow up, actually. It would not. We're still on 8 gates at home, it looks like. Although we are adding more gates at the 4th here. So we're going up to 12. But these carriers, this is going to be GG. This is enough carriers to just totally end the game. Nothing is getting up this ramp, if that is the method of getting up the ramp. Finally taking a 3rd. We're mined out here in the main. We're almost going to be mined out here in the natural. We need a 3rd and a 4th. We've been blowing all of our money in these carriers, so this had better work. Where's the... There they are. And in photon cannons as well. Oh! Oh man, these shuttles just get totally denied. Wow, that is like thousands of minerals just poof. Don't worry, we have 7,000 more. I think the intention is that absolutely nothing can walk through here. This is like... This is cannon defense. Okay. Tech also switching into carriers and going up to 6 Stargates. Because... why not? But they take a long time to build, so if this moves just right over here, those carriers aren't going to do anything. They're not going to be around to do anything about it. Army trying to move in to intercept the carriers, except they're not going to do anything to contest this. Oh, and this whole time, Tech has not researched Storm. That is unfortunate. Trying to target the carrier production first. And, oh no, do this one too, this one too. We have 3 more. Wow. Nice job. Just totally targeting down the carrier reinforcements. This is... I feel like there's enough Reavers and Dragoons here that this is not going to do anything. And cannons. Yeah, wow. Wow. Forced to bug out of there. Still on 8 carriers for blue. Just totally targeting down all the tech buildings. We do have some reinforcements on the way, but... oh. Okay. We're starting to get a threatening number of carriers out for purple. But it's not going to matter if they're supply blocked. That is 4 carriers about to finish. And some goons coming in to try and clear this out. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Okay, this is 6, 7. So we're supply blocked, but this is a very menacing hybrid army right here. 5 carriers plus ground plus storm. Nice job denying the Nexus here. That is going to get totally denied. Target this. Nice. So Tech is on 60 probes, and they're going to be forced to be on, it looks like, a 2-base economy. And there's almost no probes here. Finally coming in for a counterattack. But as you can see, you know, this is a number of carriers that can just wreck. Nice. Oh, still haven't lost the carrier. Five carriers now to 8, but it looks like this is about to be 5 to 7. Unless we target down another one. Oh my gosh. Dead Infested is out for blood. Look at this. Still 8. we've finally are down to 7. 3. 2. All right. That was a scrappy carrier battle. GG. GG. All right. Series is now tied 1-1 thanks to carriers. And with that, we are going into our tiebreaker map for Week 4, Neo Dark Origin. All right. In the top left on Neo Dark Origin, playing for Big Click Energy, it is Dead Infested, the blue Protoss. And in the bottom right, the red Protoss, playing for Horse Emoji, it is Tech. Oh my God, we are doing what we did in game 1. We are doing the probe thing. Nice, sending the 7 pylon kind of just out here randomly as a proxy. Will Tech scout it? Oh, it was canceled. Okay. We have a proxy pylon in base for Tech. And looks like we have a proxy pylon in base for Dead Infested. However, Tech is going to get the gateway up first. Oh, wow. Oh, that was just totally ended. Forge coming down for blue. Another scout coming out. First zealot is on the way. This is like 11 probes to 10. Look at this. There are so few probes in this game. We have a gateway coming down here. And another cannon. Nice. So we have cannons now to be able to deal with this threat. Tech is trying to oh, there we go. We have a pylon coming around here. Is this going to be another gateway? Can't build back here. Okay, finally our first zealot is starting for blue. more zealots inbound. We can now finally build photon cannons. I think that's what this pylon is for. Yep. So it looks like this is going to get killed off, but not after, not before the zealot finishes. Lots of cannons. 4 cannons now. Trying to take out this pylon and disable these gateways. The thing is, you can kill this, but these cannons still have power. And now these have been disabled. Nice. Tech is not getting baited. So we're going to try and build a cannon here and disable this pylon. And then 2 more cannons. Probe is dead, so we can't build anything else here for the time being. We have a proxy pylon down here at the 3rd. Just, wow. This is such like, oh, this is such a no man's land. Are going to need to build another pylon. Oh, I see. We just built. We have this powered by this here. Nice. This is a lot of cannons. This army cannot move in to attack this. It's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cannons worth of fire on it. And now we have another cannon down here. Nice. And a proxy gate finally on the other side of the map. Dude, this is such a wild game. G5. Thank you for stopping by. This is such a wild game. Oh my goodness. This is a very, like, strong contain here, but look at all these cannons. This army can't move in. Red is pulling out. Meanwhile, these two zealots are just kind of coming in here and about ready to do zealot things. Can they both disable the pylons? That would be hilarious. Just like come in here and just disable the gateways. We have a Reaver out. This was quite an entertaining defense here, but now that there's a Reaver on the map and a shuttle, I don't... Okay, and the Dragoons spotted the proxy pylon and gateway. I don't see how Dead Infested can come back from this. Yep, Reaver's coming across the map. I love the map. I love the map vision here. Nice. All right. Way to go. Two, 1. 2 points on the board for Horse Emoji and 1 for Big Click Energy. That was quite a series. Okay, we're going to go into a ZVP. To newer players. Night Dad versus Stifle. In the top left, we have our spicy brown mustard yellow Protoss, Stifle, playing for I believe Horse Emoji. And in the bottom right, we have Night Dad, the Green Zerg, playing for, I believe, Big Click Energy. All right. Pretty sure this is Night Dad's first CPL, and I don't remember Stifle from CPL 9, so I think both of these players, this is their first season. We have an in-base pylon from Stifle. This makes me think this is going to be a 10-11 gate, although I feel like this is a little forward. Maybe not. Oh, it's a 10-12. 10-12 gate, it looks like. Probe goes across the map and scouts on 10. We have our hatch first. I was wrong. This is a gateway first opener. This is... I would have expected this to be built at the natural, but... I'm not sure what we're seeing here from the Protoss. We have 2 Zerglings on the way. 2. Probe scout gets picked off. We have just zealots kind of marching across the map. Yeah, I was going to say, if these two can attack together, they will shut down these 4 Zerglings. Nice. But this is what, 8 Zerglings now that we have waiting? And a sunken colony coming down. I don't think these zealots are going to get a lot of value here. But you know what? Why not send 2 more? Looks like we are now trying to take a Nexus. We have cleared out the Lings, but we still have a sunken colony here, and we have a macro hatch coming down at the natural. And we're splitting off zealots. I think 2 Zerglings coming across, trying to see, I guess, I don't know, scout, see what's going on. So these two do come in here at the third at kind of an awkward moment. And it looks like with a third Zealot inbound, it looks like we are going to be able to do some damage here. This economy gets halted. The hatchery is going to get taken out, and these Zerglings are going to get shut down. There's just nothing that can stop this from happening. So nice job spotting this and just going for it. Second colony coming down. Yeah, I want to take that before that builds up. Is this hatch gonna finish? Four more lings. My goodness, look at that. And the hatch gets taken out. Wow. And another Zealot comes down to reinforce. We have 6 more lings coming. Plus another 6. So the Zealots are not going to be able to do much more here, but look at that, man. And we have Corsairs trying to supply block the Zerg. I think we have plenty of Zealots and cannons at home to defend this. Little non-standard to have your cannon in the front like this, but and Zerg is supply blocked. Zerg is going to have to spend some money, and there they come on more overlords. Another overlord about to bite the dust. We do have a little bit of defense here at this third, but if we can, again, come in here for another attack, yeah, those Hydras aren't going to do anything. Once again, disrupting the economy. Hatchery is going to once again go down. I think Night Dad's just been losing too many overlords this whole game. Once again, we're supply blocked, so we need to build more. We're just so supply blocked with overlords that Hydras cannot be allowed. They're not allowed to come out in their critical numbers. third base coming down for Protoss. We're on 6 gateways at home. And no upgrades. +1 in legs are on the way. Okay, so I feel like Zerg is finally stabilized, but this has been basically like a lot of delays. 8 zealots are still out here, chilling, just waiting to deploy. We have a bunch of zealots here, ready to move. And we are finally getting some dragoons out. And I see some High Templar coming behind us. So this is basically just now, you know, Zealot Dragoon and High Templar, like kind of like your normal ground army. +1 is about to finish. We do have Zealot speed. These Hydras, I don't think they're going to get as much done as they want to. So +1 looks like it's about to finish. We have this huge army of zealots here. We don't really have any observers. So lurker aspect is being morphed. This is probably the one thing that could put a monkey wrench into this game, is getting lurkers on the map and getting here or here with lurkers. But we do have Storm, and these Templar do have some energy, so we can get like 1 or 2 Storm off. But I feel like this army needs to deploy, but I could see why it doesn't want to, you know, push up a ramp here. It's hard. It's like, I feel like Stifle's kind of running out of time before his army becomes useless. Night Dad taking a third. We do have a robo on the way, finally. But, yep, lurkers are already being morphed. I feel like this is going to be too late. Third is going to go down by the look of it, but we have lurkers on the field. This is, wow, that's unfortunate. All right, well, one point on the board for Stifle. I can understand the GG. I can. I've tapped out of games where if I'd have just kept pushing a little bit more and more and more, I might have won, but I just run out of bandwidth. So I can understand the GG. I've run out of bandwidth several times. It did look like, though, that Night Dad could have come back from that. All right. Oops. Wrong week. Okay. So, Night Dad is... Okay. I got the teams right now. Alright. Alright, we're going into game 2. On to Tempest. Let's see. We have... Alright. In the bottom right on Tempest, playing for Horse Emoji, it is Stifle, the pink Protoss. And in the bottom left on Tempest are Peach Zerg, playing for Big Click Energy. It is Night Dad. So it looks like we're probably doing, you know, a fast expand of some sort. Judging by how well Zealots worked last game, I would not be surprised if this was a gate FE. Going for it looks like yep, it is a gate FE. Looks like for Zerg we're going for a hatch first. And scouting. So core coming down right away, and a Zealot. This looks like maybe this is Zealot core Zealot. But we have no gas, so we're not going to be able to build goons. And there's our gas. I was going to say, we're not going to be able to build goons. We're not going to be able to get Stargate. We have a Zealot out on the map, kind of just poking around, exploring. Going up to three base, 3 hatch. I feel okay. It looks like these Zealots are going to be... Oh, never mind. They're going to be picked off. Trying to stop the Sunken Colony from finishing, but I don't think it's going to happen. No gas for Night Dad as well, so we're going to be forced to stay on Zerglings off a 3 hatch. This is such a weird map to wall on. So I feel like this build from Zerg, if I'm seeing 3 hatch go down in a ZVP, I am expecting to see a Hydra Den and gas. At least 1 and 2. At least 1 here, but maybe even 2. I think maybe we're trying to go for the 5 hatch Hydra build, where so we do these macro hatches first, and then we get our gas, and then we fill in our Hydras. But I think this game, we stayed on Zerglings, and we had too long of an early game that I don't know how powerful that's gonna wind up being. I almost feel like maybe doing a 3 hatch Hydra instead would have worked a little better, just given how long this early game went on. Because, at least from what I've observed, the 5 hatch Hydra play works really well if the Protoss is not active with Zealots. It works really well against Forge FE, where they're defending passively at a wall and trying to tech. So, but this Protoss is very active with Zealots, and so I feel like maybe a 3 hatch Hydra would have been better. Just by looking at this, like it would have been a better decision. And the 3 Zealots make their way to the 3rd. GG is called. All right. That is 2-0 for Horse Emoji. Way to go, Stifle. First game was for Zerg. I felt like the first game was really good. Probably tapped out a little too early. Maybe could have tried to take the game back with the lurkers. But the second game, I think, was just given the early game, it wasn't the right transition. All right, on to the next series. We have what looks to be 2 more new players. We have a ZVZ, Maris versus Zian. And let's get into it. Make sure I get my teams right. Yeah. All right. In the top left corner of Invader, we have our Red Zerg, Maris, playing for Big Click Energy. And in the bottom right on Invader, we have our Blue Zerg, ZN, playing for Horse Emoji. Horse Emoji is up 4-1 so far. And this is a ZVZ. So, while anything can happen, you can bet it will involve legs. We have a 9 pool for both. gas is maybe slightly slower for Zian. But looks like we do have the same build for both players. I would guess this is a 9-pool speed opener. Yep, link speed coming down for Mara. So we're going to see, I imagine at 150 gas, we're going to see link speed for Zian as well. But because Zian's gas was a little late, oh, maybe not. We have one drone mining. Oh, no, we do. There it is. So because Zian's gas was late, their speed is going to be a little bit slower. So Mara is going to have the faster link sooner. That said, Zian is trying to be a nuisance and disrupt some economy in here. Nice. Look at this lost mining time. And at 96. Nice. Going for more drone kills. Zian, meanwhile, is totally out of drones and lost a hatchery. I totally missed that. Alright. GG. On to game 2. So, to recap, both players basically went for the same strat. Mara got speed a little bit faster, and I think was just able to kill more drones and kill the hatchery first. All right, game 2. In the bottom right on Tempest, we have Zian playing for Horse Emoji, looking to tie up the series this game. And in the bottom left, our Red Zerg playing for Big Click Energy. It is Mara's up 1-0. Once again, we're going to get that slightly faster 9-pool. So I would wager for Mars we're doing the same build we did last game. I would say this is probably a hatch first for Zian. So Zian is going to get the later lings. Nice Sim City here, though. Lings are out on the map. All right, so it looks like Mara scouts in and goes for the hatch. Pulling the drones. That's about all we can do. But this that just doesn't work. All right, GG. GG. Well done. So, nice job. Same build both games. So we have Big Click Energy putting 2 more points on the board. So it's now 4-3 Horse Emoji. If you count the walkover, actually, so the walkover, Quantum Leap did a. Sorry, no. Who's the other player? Not Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap did the walkover. Elemental. So Elemental and Quantum Leap series got a walkover. So there is no win in that one. It's 4-4. It's 0-0. So Horse Emoji is up 4-3. And with that, we are going into the last series of the night. Disattack versus Microgreen. It is a TVP. Everybody's favorite. All right. All right, well, let's not waste any time, shall we? In the top left on Invader, we have the Red Terran. Playing for Big Click Energy, it is none other than Disattack. And in the bottom right, our blue Protoss playing for Horse Emoji. It is Microgreen. Horse Emoji putting, as I said earlier, up 4-3. Can Microgreen close us out with a decisive win, a decisive victory for their team? Let's find out. Oh, I do that all the time. We have a, looks like we should be getting an 11 Rex coming up for Disattack. 13 Scout coming out for both players. SCV is coming here and seeing that it is something normal. Did not see the okay. Did not see the spinning yet. Nice timing on the goon range. 248, beautiful. Okay, so we're going into a starport. So it looks like I would say this is probably going to be some sort of a drop build. It looks like we have maybe a 23 Nexus for microgreen, although we were supply blocked. We are researching speed. And CC's coming down. Should be seeing a dropship, I would say. The next... There we go. Alright, the dropship is on the way out. We have a Scout SCV here, and we have, sorry, a Scout Dragoon here, and we have a couple back home here for microgreen. We have one Dragoon here, so we don't have enough Dragoons at home to be able to defend this. Oh, never mind, we do now if we pull them back. Vultures come in here. Nice job pulling the probes. The losses are going to be minimal, but this still is painful. Oh man, nice mines. That's also annoying. Alright. I think all in all, that was not a bad drop. We're building tanks to follow up. And more factories. This is a sizable number of goons. This is 10 goons, which is enough to make it so that you don't have to worry, especially if you just deflected a drop. It's not enough to break this. Well, no, I take that back, actually, because we don't have siege mode done yet. Actually, 10 goons is enough to break this. But we'll see what happens. In the longer game, it's just better for like map control and stuff, and expanding and defending. We have 10 goons coming up around here. Siege mode is done, so these are going to be a bit late to the party. Citadel and Forge coming down. Looks like we're getting ready to take a third. Our third base coming down at 8:45 is a bit late. Going up to 5. All right. 5 factories and armories. Okay. So we're going to be going for a third CC. Another drop incoming. Alright. I don't know if this is going to get anything done because we have more goons to defend now. But we have killed a few probes. You have a lot of goons. This is what, 1, this is 12 plus, this is like 20 goons we have on the map here. This is a lot. This is like about the number of goons you want to be making. So we don't have a lot of gates though. Especially since we're thinking about, we're trying to take our third. I would say that like you want to have 4 gates up. You want to start probably going up to 4. So we probably want a 4th gate and probably go up to 6. So we probably need 3 more gateways at least, I would say, at this point. Especially with all these goons that we have out. When you have 20 goons on the map as Protoss, you should be at 4 gates. Oh, we're going for a double Stargate. That makes sense. Terran is at 1-0. Protoss is even in upgrades. There we go. Okay. probably add, well, 4 is okay. 5 is good. Oh, it's a pylon. Never mind. Nice job taking off a couple tanks, but this is pretty chunky. This is 9 tanks here. There we go. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gateways is much better on 3 base. Double arbiter. We have zealot legs that started, so they're not going to be on the map when we need them to be, which is now. Just getting 1 or 2 control groups of speed zealots to jump on this would be great. Terran also starting the 3rd. So I feel like we kind of went up to 8 gates a little bit late, but now we're going up to 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gates. You know, honestly, on a good 3 base, like we could do 10. We don't have a good 3 base economy though at 48 probes. Yeah, if we can send this is good. Send the zealots in. We need the arbiter's stasis as well. But if we can use these goons to target down these tanks, this fight can go very favorably for Protoss. There we go. Nice, nice stasis. It looks like Protoss is going to take this fight. And his attack taps out. Alright. GG is called. Alright, so that's 1-0 on the board for Horse Emoji. And we're off to Tempest. In the bottom left on Tempest, playing for Horse Emoji, it is Microgreen, currently up 1-0. In the top left on Tempest, it is Disattack, the Red Terran, playing for Big Click Energy. feel like that gateway was a little late. It felt like it was a little too close to 11. So it looks like both players are going to get the last scout on each other. However, I do think that microgreen is going to get a slightly faster scout of this attack. But microgreen is going to get there when there's 2 marines, and these 2 marines can just totally deflect a scout. So I feel like this is going to be less favorable scouting for microgreen than it is going to be for this attack. Three marines. Totally deflects the scout probe. So both players are not going to get good scouts. Although with this ramp open here, the SCV might actually get in now. Nope, it's not going to get in at all. Unlike the probe, however, it is going to get away. Spider mines. +1 weapon starting right away for microgreen. Nice, we have a cannon in the mineral lines just in case Terran wants to drop again. But I don't believe that those are Terran's plans this game. The drop wasn't very... well, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. And it looks like Terran is instead opting to go for more of a 3-base build. We're going up to 4 gates now. If we keep building probes, we'll be able to do this. We'll be able to do a 4-gate macro. But once again, our third base is a bit late. Wow, that is so annoying. Nice. Vulture gets by the goons, but gets stopped by the cannon. Siege mode inbound, as well as +1 weapons, mech weapons. And getting more of that precious gas. Five gateways now for Protoss. This is on 2 base, especially with this many probes, this feels like a bit much. But hey, if it works, right? 1, 2, 7 Dragoons out. Sorry. 9, 10, 11, 12 Dragoons out. Quite a few Dragoons out, and they're all kind of spread around the map. So Protoss doing a really good job of trying to get some control on the Terran's attack path. Observer is going to be inbound rather late at 9 minutes, but if it can get into the main here, it's going to see some important information. It's going to see that we're now going up to 6 factories. So Protoss is in need of a third. Without a third, we can't go up to 8 gateways, 10 gateways. We can't out macro this. This is going to be pretty rough pretty quickly here. We are taking the Arbiter, that's good, and we are getting a 3rd gateway. Sorry, a 6th gateway. But we don't have, there we go. Here's our 3rd base. Eight gateways. So we don't have there. Now we're getting our 3rd base. Okay. So we're extremely low on workers. We should be at about where the Terran is at workers, maybe even more. Especially on 3 base. Even on 2, like 45 workers is a good number of workers to be on 2 base. Terran is just going to be able to walk right in here and lay mines. And our goons here are out of position and not doing anything. But, you know, these siege tanks, they're not going to get much done. It looks like this is just, we've been outplayed. And we're just shelling the main at this point. Arbiter does come in, but I don't know if it's going to be able to do much. Yeah, the Goliath's just going to tear it up. GG is called. All right. Well done. Nice comeback there. And we're on to game 3. That game 2, and even game 1, the probe, the probes were a little bit low. I would say definitely for Protoss in both of these games, need to build more probes and need to take third faster. You want to try and aim for, I think, no later than 7 minutes for your third, if you can. If things are really weird and off tempo and you're on the back foot and you can't, then it happens. But anyway, on to game 2. Sorry, on to game 3. In the top left on Neo Dark Origin, we have the Red Terran Disattack playing for Big Click Energy, tying the series up 1-1 with last game. And in the bottom right, still in it, it's our Blue Protoss Microgreen playing for Horse Emoji, still in it. Still can pull out a 2-1. Actually, it's both players' game at this point, but I think that Microgreen is still capable of navigating a win from here. But yeah, definitely both of these games, probes need more probes. Need more probes, need more bases before we start adding more gateways. A 10 gateway and a 10 scout. Particularly on maps like this where you can get into their base. You know you can get into their base before they have enough Marines to kill your scout. I totally, like on a 2-player map, I totally do not disagree with 10 scouting in a PvT. In a 4-player map, it's such a crapshoot that it's too much of a gamble. Probe gets in here and sees just normal Terran things. Terran going across the map at 13. Taryn coming in to see. Okay, yeah. So this was a bit late, but we were busy with our probe over here. So the multitasking is, you know, I mean, it's tier 3. The multitasking is still a little bit, we need to work on it. But that is, I would say that is probably one of the really big separators of tier 3 and tier 2 is the ability to multitask. Even when you start getting kind of higher up in T3, you know, I mean, yeah, multitasking is kind of like one of the big ones. SCV is like, I don't see a goon, so I'm just going to take my samples and go. Thank you very much. Going up to 3 gate. Terran is just loading up the Marines. Look at this. This is like 6 Marines, 8 Marines. Alright. We're just going to march across the map with our Marines and our tank. Protoss is going up to 6 goons. Looks like they're just going to finish when this starts. So if we pull the goons... Oh, nice. Pull the goons back. Keep building. Nice. So this is going to be shut down. If our diffuse skills are really good, we clear these mines, there are enough goons here to threaten this expansion, especially since siege mode isn't done yet. But alas, dear Brutus, we are not going to do that today. We're just going to chill on the other side of the bridge. Protoss, natural expansion coming down rather late. This I can kind of understand because we were fending. We spent so much of the early game fending off a pretty heavy push. So I can understand the Nexus being a little bit late, but in a PVT, like a 645 Nexus, I think is what this was. 48, 45. This is very late for a PVT. For a PvP, it's not a bad Nexus at all. It's a very safe Nexus, but in this particular matchup, it is a very late natural Nexus. Nice job though trying to control the bridges with goons, particularly against vulture move outs. This is really good. You could still move along this path, but requires more brain cells to divert units around that path. This is good. So we took this nexus about 2 minutes after we took this one. You know, so that's pretty good. I do like that we took the rhythm of the build. This third nexus came down a lot faster this game, so I like that. We have a supply depot here so we can see vision of any potential shenanigans coming across here. We're going up to 5 fact here. And 5 gates. Once we start mining this, like even like 6 or 8, even going up to like 6 to 8 gates would be good. Archives is on the way. Goliath, we have Goliath inbound for Terran. Goliath range, Vulture speed, and +1 are all on the way. Science facility just started. So looks like we're getting ready to move out once this +1 finishes. There's not enough here to stop this, I feel like. There may be if we had all of our forces together, there may be enough to put up more of a fight, but this is a lot of tanks. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gateways on the way. All right. 9 gateways. And much better economy too. I would say probably could still use more probes. I would say like if you're going to be on 3 base for a while, anywhere around the range of maybe somewhere around the range of like 55 probes. 50, 55, at least 50. So we're still a few probes short of where we want to be. The Protoss army is just, well, it's recognizing that it can't fight this. So it's trying to do something else, I think. This is a very hard and unintuitive like engagement if you're new. To almost like just ignore this and then do counter damage. It's not intuitive. It's much more intuitive to be like, well, you're attacking me, so I should defend where you're attacking me at. So nice job for just kind of going in here and going for the base attack, trying to get this army to turn around. However, this attack is not having it. This attack is just going to keep pushing forward. Speed Zealots are out. They do actually neutralize the threat in the main, but we're really pinned on one base here. Oh, maybe not. There's more tanks coming. I don't know. I like the effort of trying to counterattack, but I feel like our macro is not where it needs to be, and we can't really do anything about this. This is looking like a GG to me. Arbiter's out. This attack taps out. Really? Oh, well, yeah. That was, wow. That was really close. But I mean, look at the economy though. Sorry. Look at the economy. Both players are on like not a lot. Wow. Well done. I think this attack, it looks like, just probably ran out of bandwidth. That was because that was, well, yeah, the economy is kind of close. Still had enough forces up here. Wow. Well done. Great games. Great games. All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in on this wonderful Friday evening. I hope you enjoyed these games. This attack, Micro Green pulling out a 2-1 for Horse Emoji. So I believe it is 6-4. That's what the score for Horse Emoji turns out to be. Very well done. Very well done. Lots of very close and exciting games and wild games. It was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for supporting CPL and for supporting Tier 3. We're going to go look for a stream to raid. See who's on. I think we're going to go raid Ozzy to Hockey. So.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl?
Whoops, sorry.
How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and raid Ozzy to Hockey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow night we have another T3 coming up at about 7 p.m.ish Eastern time. So keep an eye out for that one. And I hope to see you then. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jasta, thank you for the follow, and G5 and Jasta as well. Thank you for and Semi as well for showing up earlier. Thank you all for stopping by and supporting the stream. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a great night, and I hope you enjoyed these games.